Hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Some more. This is Politics with Laura here. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Those of you MAGAs who jump ship, like the Nick Fuentes saying, but Trump, you're a fat liar, and the Joe Rogans and everybody else due to the Jeffrey EpiPen, him not bringing it out, and you know, putting Pam Bondi in a bad situation. But when Tulsi Gabbard came out with that information, it was like, bam, everything's full speed ahead. And I told MAGA, my followers, on Instagram and also on YouTube, I said, wait a minute, hold on. Before you jump ship, just wait. Just wait. Wait for more stuff to come out. And it did. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of information. Obama hit your mama has a lot to do with this. Obama hit your mama. Obama hit your mama. Yes, Obama. Now, I did videos on YouTube connecting Joe Biden over there in the ukulele country and also Russian waters. There's information out there. And the big guy, they said, was Joe Biden. Now, what if the big guy wasn't necessarily Joe Biden, but it was Obama hit your mama? It's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Now, people are coming out saying, oh, that Fuentes saying, but Trump, you're a fat liar, and the Joe Rogans and everybody else due to the Jeffrey EpiPen, him not bringing it out, you know, putting Pam Bondi in a bad situation. But when Tulsi Gabbard came out with that information, it was like, bam, everything's full speed ahead. And I told MAGA, my followers, on Instagram and also on YouTube, I said, wait a minute, hold on. Before you jump ship, just wait. Just wait. Wait for more stuff to come out. And it did. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of information. Obama hit your mama has a lot to do with this. Obama hit your mama. Obama hit your mama. Yes, Obama. Now, I did videos on YouTube connecting Joe Biden over there in the ukulele country and also Russian waters. There's information out there. And the big guy, they said, was Joe Biden. Now, what if the big guy wasn't necessarily Joe Biden, but it was Obama hit your mama? It's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Now, people are coming out saying, oh, that right there, they're just coming out with stuff. Trump is lying. Trump is lying. Well, don't you find it quite interesting when Clapper and Brennan and Comey said that Trump, he had nothing to do with it. Everything what they did, they looked, they studied for about 2 years and came up with nothing. Nothing there. Now, some of the wording, I think that they should have been more, instead of saying most likely or may not or probably not. No, just say he wasn't, period, right? And then when Obama hit your mama, start talking to them, all of a sudden they stopped everything and flipped it. Quite interesting, sneaky, and suspicious. And the Democrats came after Trump, came after him like wolverines. They're like, stop at nothing. We're going to take you down. We're going to get you. You did this, you did that. But the head person in charge was Obama. The Clintons were phasing out. Obama's were firmly solidified in D.C., in the vicinity, and just simply never left. I thought that was quite interesting. quite interesting. However, Tulsi Gabbard came out and she got the info and it's coming out. Now, I like to wait and see, not to jump out there and just say, you did it, with a little bit of proof. This is going to be a new day. Now, if Obama gets arrested, as he should be charged. Drug Donald Trump down there and charged him. A former president had him fingerprinted and everything. And the wild part was, in his lineup, you got gangbangers, and the one below him was I called them Goldilocks. And Trump looked harder than everybody on that sheet. And they were some hardened gang members. And Trump's like, you're not gang members. I have the biggest gang in the world, and it's called the U.S. government. But man, it's like, oh my goodness, so much is coming out. Oh man, just stand still. That's all I ask. Stand still. Now, those of you MAGA who jumped the fence, and you were so easily to jump, you couldn't stop and wait. You looked at it like, oh, that's true, you did that, I'm gonna jump. How do you like them now? You jumped. Easily rattled. So supporters like you can only stand out in the sun. You can't stand a little rain. Just can't stand the rain. But let's stay focused, stop, and wait for more information to come out, because more is coming out. And Obama, he came out swinging. The former President Barack Obama, on July 22nd, that was today, he said he stood by the U.S. intelligence community's conclusion that the Russian waters tried to influence the election in 2016. No evidence of that until he turned everything. Obama was hitting back at the report released by the Office of the Director of the National Intelligence on July 18th, which claimed that the Democrats would demonstrate how former president and his national security cabinet had manufactured and politicized intelligence that laid the groundwork for the very essential a year-long coup against Donald Trump after he defeated Hillary Clinton in 2016. You can't make this up. And if you go back and look at it, just go back and look, because that election cycle was crazy. Her emails, not her emails. Her emails, not her emails. Come on now. Obama hit your mama was up to it in his eyeballs. And the fact that he's coming out saying this, he's going to stick his foot in his mouth. Keep on talking, Obama. Keep on talking. Obama's office dismissed the claims as another example of the constant nonsense and disinformation that enumerates out of the White House. But when he was there was no nonsense. Nothing in the documents issued that last week undercuts the widely accepted conclusion that the Russian waters worked to influence the 2016 presidential election, but did not successfully manipulate any votes. Now, don't you find that quite interesting? Why would Putin would focus only on manipulating but not doing anything with the actual ballots, especially when people were voting on the computer, and then people who would scratch it in, and because I scratch it in and I submit it, take it out. That's what I do. And even the mail-in ballots. So he's only going to stick with just the influential part, but not get into the actual ballots to manipulate that? I don't know, because Russian waters would not be Russian waters if they were to go the extra step. But you may disagree. But please like, subscribe, help me get there, help me move on up. Just help me get up there. Help me climb up. Thank you for stopping by.